Boruto has become the perfect protagonist that everyone wished he'd be. From quote-unquote entitled brat with daddy issues to the most important person in the shinobi world. So in this video, I'm going to try and analyze Boruto's character as far as Two Blue Vortex goes, and further explain how Boruto succeeded in becoming the protagonist we wanted all along. So before we get into the video, I do write all these videos myself. They do take quite a while too. So if you could drop a quick like to show support, I'd definitely appreciate it. So I want to start off with the changes Boruto went through transitioning from Boruto NNG to Boruto Two Blue Vortex. It's pretty obvious how different each character is. Boruto being a few years younger than he is now, he's way more optimistic about his circumstances. He just lost his entire life due to omnipotence, and the only people that is on his side is Ada, Sasuke, Sarada, and Sumire. Sasuke only helping him because of Sarada, and Ada being on his side doesn't actually do anything because she's not directly helping him. At least not yet. The only thing she promised to do is basically not look for him while he's on his journey. Even though Boruto didn't know if there was a way he could reverse omnipotence, he was still very optimistic he could fix everything. And part of this is just due to his naive nature, being a kid, believing that anything is achievable with enough hard work. And we see him still having this ideology about a year into his rogue life, even after Sasuke was turned into a tree. From then on, we were introduced to the Boruto who we know today, a complete 180 from just a few years ago. First off, I just want to explain, I understand how he might still have the same ideologies and goals he told KASHIN KOJI, no doubt about that. But now he's become much more realistic. He's open to the fact that things may never go back to how they were before. This most likely has to do with KASHIN KOJI, him telling Boruto about all the futures that he sees for him. And probably in none of them can he see Boruto getting his life back, at least to how it was before omnipotence. So right here, when Boruto tells Shikamaru he didn't expect anything else other than to continue being framed as a fugitive, this is a direct contradiction to how Boruto thought back in chapter 13, when he said he wanted to restore the Uzumaki household. Like I said before, it was most likely because of Koji that this way of thinking is no longer within Boruto. You could see it on his face when Boruto said it. He knows there's currently no possible direction they can go that will result in everything going back to normal. And like I said, we're seeing firsthand how this is affecting not only Boruto's demeanor, but his personality as well. It's the feeling of despair, knowing that something is already set in stone, it can't be changed. That feeling has changed Boruto. It took the optimism away. Even though he still may be able to save everyone through his careful actions, it's only to save them. His fate may be already decided, no matter what he does. Now, going back to the Naruto series, there's always been a comparison to who's stronger or who's better between Naruto or Sasuke. And this argument been a thing around the Naruto community ever since the Chunin exam days. No, even before that. The Land of Waves. Every time Naruto showed any sign of growth, Sasuke was always one step ahead of him. This naturally made people want to root for Naruto. Even though it's a bit different for Sasuke, nevertheless, he has his fans too. Either because his nonchalant attitude, his fighting style, or his character design. No matter how you look at it, these are the most common reasons someone may gravitate towards Sasuke's character other than Naruto's. It's all preference. And this only further applies to his future character designs, like during Naruto the Last, or let's just say post Shippuden to make things simpler. He's designed to be the cool character. Doesn't really show too much emotion and passion towards anything, but still very goal driven, and sometimes makes slick remarks towards others. And I'd be lying if I said we can't see these traits in Boruto so far. Not only has he completely adopted Sasuke's demeanor, but he's even took bits from his character design and honestly improved on it. There's been plenty of instances where we can see Boruto doing things that tell us that he was designed to mirror Sasuke's traits in more ways than one. We can look at my favorite example first. Back in chapter 9, when he was fighting against KAWAKI, basically one-shotting him and calling him a weakling. something we can definitely say he picked up just recently. This is new to his character. The slick talking, the confidence, even the way how he talks to his superiors. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's coming from a place of contempt other than respect, because I can still see the respect is there for certain individuals like Konohamaru, but he doesn't feel the need to hold back on certain things that need to be said. We can tell he really doesn't care to give the elders respect, that much is obvious. His patience is very low for BS. He talks like there isn't anyone in the village that can do anything to him. And in that aspect, he's completely correct. The chapter that best describes Boruto's character now is chapter 14. He's still very concerned for his comrades, and he shows he's still very passionate about that. But he still carries a very nonchalant undertone. Even when he's being beaten to a pulp during his interrogation, it still feels like he's in control of this entire situation. Before I move on to the combat aspect of this character analysis, I can't deep dive on his Sasuke traits without doing the same to his Naruto traits. Because just as much as we see Sasuke in him, he's still Naruto's son. So it's only natural he still has his moments where he shows it. I guess I'll mention my favorite moment in the middle of chapter 6. Even though it was rather short, his awkwardness and the fact that Boruto still shows that soft side he has for his most trusted comrades, it's almost like Naruto in how he used to talk to Sakura back in the day. Even though he's mainly a more serious character now, he shows he's still capable of showing that caring, lighthearted side. So no matter of whether you were a Naruto or Sasuke fan, there's still something to enjoy regarding Boruto's character, which is the easiest way for past Naruto fans to gravitate towards his character. He even still shows that overly determined side that Naruto showed us numerous of times. This is what I see Boruto mostly adopt from Naruto. It's his spirit and determination, not so much of his humorous side, but that's mostly because of the circumstances he's in. I doubt he believes anything is worth really being happy about at this point, but other than that, every one of Naruto's traits can be found in Boruto. His great concern for his comrades, his deep desire to protect, and even Naruto's strongest attribute. And yes, I'm talking about Talk no Jutsu. You can look at almost any chapter, and he shows at least one trait heavily associated with Naruto. So you see why I say Boruto is the perfect protagonist to be Naruto's successor? He simply takes attributes from Naruto and Sasuke's character and makes it his own. I think the reason some people gravitate towards Naruto more other than Sasuke is because he shows his deep emotional connection with others. He shows his determination and his charismatic personality, and he wears it on his sleeve. But not only that, his tendency to never give up, purely his determination. It's admirable to a lot of people. There's things to like about both Naruto and Sasuke, and no matter who you ask, there's no Naruto fan out there who can honestly say they dislike both Naruto and Sasuke. And if you do, I just don't believe you. I can honestly say there's some things I think Sasuke does better than Naruto, and there's some things I think that Naruto does better than Sasuke. And that's okay because they're two characters. For example, I like Sasuke's fighting style slightly better than Naruto's, mostly because I just like sword fighting, not just in Naruto, but in anime in general. I love characters that are very skilled with swords and have a very versatile arsenal, but at the same time, I can appreciate Naruto's more aggressive and explosive fighting style, and I simply love the Rasengan. So you look at Boruto's fighting style now, it reflects both of them. So combat wise, one of the things I appreciate most about Boruto's fighting style is his new mastery of Kenjutsu. The way he moves with his sword, it's really his own style, but it reflects everything he learned from Sasuke and KASHIN KOJI as a master. Naruto wasn't really one of Boruto's primary trainers, but Koji was, who is a Jiraiya clone. So Jiraiya being Naruto's personal master, there is some aspects of Naruto's fighting style that can be seen in Boruto. Even though he doesn't rely on shadow clones to create openings during his battles, Boruto still utilizes wind style and Rasengan, regular, or Uzuhiko. And I can say that's probably his most used technique as of now in Boruto TBV VORTEX. And oh, how can I forget the original twist he added to his fighting style, the Flying Raijin. If not Rasengan, then FTG is technically Boruto's most used technique, whether it's in or out of combat. Its utilization is the most versatile upon his arsenal. So not only do you have a character who has very obvious characteristics of the two former main characters in Naruto and Sasuke, but then you take a top 3 most popular character in Minato and add bits and pieces of his fighting style in Boruto as well. Even if you want to dive a little deeper in Boruto's character, you might find him being very similar to someone like Itachi, another top character in popularity. And I did make a video on that specific topic very coincidentally, so go check that out if you got some extra time on your hands. But to summarize it, you look at how Boruto got his life taken away and how he was forced into being a rogue shinobi, and some aspects of that is very similar to Itachi. He was forced into the life of a rogue shinobi while still protecting his village from the shadows. But overall, I realized it's the combination of the best and most popular characters that can be seen in Boruto that makes him the perfect protagonist. I know I'm using the word perfect very loosely in this aspect. It's hard to call something perfect, but I honestly believe because of everything I just explained on him and comparing him to past beloved characters of the story, the current Boruto is a character that you cannot really hate if you're a true fan of Naruto. And I'ma stand on that opinion. So, hey, let me know what you think in the comment section below. This was a video just for fun, so try not to take it that seriously. I rarely post videos fully emphasizing my personal opinion on a topic, so if you disagree with certain points I made or brought up in this video, then that's completely fine. Just tell me what you agree or disagree with in the comment section. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video to the fullest extent, and if you're feeling generous, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss another video like this or when I go live for chapter spoilers. And without further ado, I'll see you boys and girls on my next video. And I'm out. Peace.